Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all are having a God bless morning. I certainly am. I am overjoyed with this fall weather. So happy fall, everybody. Glad we made it here in one piece. I know y'all are enjoying it because I know I am. That nice cool breeze coming into my windows. I don't have to turn on the air conditioning. So let's give thanks to the Lord for seasons. I don't know if you live in a town where there's no seasons, but I'm in North Carolina, so we have 4 seasons. And I'm telling you what, I've been waiting on this particular season here because we've had a long, hot is not even the word because, of course, of the global warming. We've had a hot summer, and I am in for it and looking for a nice, breezy fall and praying that it will last at least through December, y'all. I love this weather through December. That 65, 70-degree weather, I love it. Sweater weather, light jacket weather. That way you can wear fall and winter clothes. And if you're like me, I buy a lot of year-round clothes from Chico's, none other. So, hope y'all are having a God bless morning. So we're going to get this meal started. Today, I'm going to cook something I haven't done in a while. It's a pot roast with all the veggies. So this is going to be my loaded pot roast today, y'all. So y'all hang on in there. If you got a pot roast already thawed out, go ahead and get it, and we can get started because we're going to make the best loaded pot roast that you've ever put your mouth on. As you can see, I've got a nice cut of meat here. This is 3 pounds of chuck roast. And beef has gotten to be very expensive, so I hit it just right when food, like when the stores will do a manager special. So y'all believe it, under $10, y'all. Because at first, when I went looking before and I didn't have room in my freezer, they were like $15 a piece. So I only paid $10 for this. So I tell God, thank you for everything, and all things give thanks. So let's go ahead and get this roast seasoned up. Okay, each one of the seasonings that I've used to make this little cup of goodness here: 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of complete seasoning, a teaspoon of black pepper, and my little added attraction today is going to be, the mixture that you use to make ranch dressing, that dry ranch mix. I put a teaspoon of that in there, a half a teaspoon of lemon pepper, and I'm just going to mix it all up. Now, beef likes a wet rub, more or less. So I'm going to make this into a wet rub. Now, meanwhile, I've had that piece of beef sitting in a little bit, about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, which is another added little bit of zest to this roast beef. So I got it all mixed up, and I'm just going to, you don't want it wet. I'm going to add about a couple tablespoons, about 3 tablespoons of water to that. I'm not going to put them in a bigger bowl. I'm going to leave it in that because I tend to want to fill it up. So, let's get it over here. And basically what I'm going to make is a paste. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there we go. And because whoever came up with this knew what they were doing about rubbing meat, they knew exactly what they were talking about. Because when you rub this meat, let me tell y'all, it makes all the difference in the world. And can y'all believe I actually got on gloves? Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm just going to start slathering my rub on there. And I'm actually literally going to rub this meat. Really turn that burner off. It's burning my arm up over here. Okay. So rub. Just like you're giving somebody a good old back massage. Matter of fact, I gave Norika a little back massage the other day, and he just loved it. Bless his little sweetheart. He loved it. He sat there and moved his little neck from side to side and enjoyed that back rub that I gave him, because he asked me to scratch his back. That's what it was. Can you believe that? A 4-year-old, Gigi, can you scratch my back? Can you scratch my back? Over here, over there. And let me tell you, that's one of my least favorite things in the world to do, but I do it for that baby. And I used to do it religiously for my husband. I think they just like the way my hands feel on their back. So anywho, I'm just gonna massage that thing. And see, you have to get, I can get my hands down into it. I'm very, very heavy-handed. Even though with the aches and the pains over the years, I say sometimes, honey, when I slam stuff or hit my own self, honey, I know I've been hit. Okay, so we're gonna just keep this going. And I've got lots of veggies over here to the side. I'm gonna give them the same rub down. Same rub down. Now, wouldn't you know my phone is ringing? That who is this so early? Hold on 1 minute. I gotta get this call, y'all. Hold on. Okay, that was one. That was family. Y'all know I always. I don't never not answer my phone when it's family or somebody that I've adopted into the family. So, anywho, y'all, let me move on with this meat because I got my skillet over here getting heated so that I can go ahead and get my meat in because I'm gonna put a little brown on it, and I'm also going to put some flour on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it floured up really good. Flour it. I'm using about a half a cup of flour. I'm just gonna take it, get that flour going on there right good, like that. And what this flour will do, because I'm not gonna make a gravy. You know how you make a brown gravy. I'm not doing that. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to allow this flour that's on this meat will make the thickness for the gravy that I'm going to need. So how's that? Okay, you gotta have that grease pretty hot, but not too hot, because what we don't want to happen, we don't want this piece of meat to burn. We don't want it to scorch or get overdone or anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead on and we're gonna get it all battered up real good like so. Just make sure that there's an even coat of flour on both sides, and then once we get it all coated up, you know what's next. Just flip it over like so and start doing the other side. And once we get it, let's go ahead, because I'm going to use all the flour, so I might as well just put it on there right now. Stop. Don't play around with it. Get all that flour going on there. And whatever flour spills over into my pan that I'm going to be baking it in, that will also help to make my gravy. Okay. There we go, y'all. There we go. Okay. So we're going to take this little girl here and we're going to get her into the pan. And by the way, I got a stick of plant butter in that pan. Y'all hear that sizzle? That's about the sizzle you need to get it going. If you can, I'm going to get it over here to the pan. And I'm going to do the same thing with my veggies. I'm going to coat them with my seasoning. I can take my gloves off now because I'm done with the meat. Let's get my gloves off and get my camera over here to the stove. Okay, there we go. So I now got that piece of meat in the skillet, and it's going to brown on a medium low. I'm sorry, medium high. You don't want it up too high. Y'all see that? Okay, this is the way you sear in the flavor, and also you're making your gravy also. So we're just gonna let that sit about 5 minutes on each side, and it should be nice and brown. And then we can go ahead and put it in a 350 degree oven for, let's see, it's 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to leave that in there for about 3 hours. It takes about 3 hours to cook this on 350, the way I like to cook it. I like it. I don't want to dry it out, but I want, ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. What am I doing? I'm over here trying to clean up. Y'all know it. So, I've got about that much rub left, and I'm going to be putting that on my potatoes. As y'all can see, I've got some sliced onions, potatoes, green peppers, and some of those multicolored peppers. And got lots of them. Got more right here. And I got about a big handful of baby carrots. Okay, so in this, so veggie wise, we're gonna have carrots, peppers, onions, and celery. That's was the other thing, celery. So now keep that heat on medium because you want it to brown, but you don't want it to get too brown, and you don't want it to burn. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna coat those veggies in that same mixture, and we'll have us something good going on, y'all. So hope y'all having a God bless Tuesday morning. Got something great planned for the day because it is a beautiful day today. It's a good day to get out and do a little bit of yard work. I did do some yard work yesterday. I was so excited, y'all. Get me some tongs here. See what's going on under there. Yeah, it's getting a nice little brown on it. And once it does that, like I say, all you got to do is coat those veggies in there in that same pan. As a matter of fact, I'll coat those veggies, and then I'm going to let this roast cook for a good hour before I drop the veggies in. That way they'll be good and saturated in the juices, and at the same time they won't get cooked to a mush. Because you want a little texture to those veggies. You don't want them cooked to pieces. At least I don't want mine cooked to pieces. So everything is cooking pretty good, seemingly. And one thing about this pot roast, this loaded pot roast, this is a one dish meal because you got your protein, you got your veggies, and you got your starch all in one pan. Okay, so think about that. And this is one of those things that you can do like this early morning now for me. So I'm going to cook this now, and by it's 9, well, it's almost 10 o'clock. So about 2 o'clock, this will be ready, even if you want to eat an early dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, just let you don't worry about trying to cook this roast in this skillet. But what you want, your goal here is to get a nice brown on it, so we can have some good old gravy. And like I said, we got a one dish meal here, and then we don't have to worry about making gravy later on, because when you serve it, you can also, I'm going to steam a little pot of rice. My family loves rice. Even though we got the potatoes there, you still like a little rice to sit that meat on top of. So I'm going to do a small pan of rice, and it'll have enough gravy, so to speak, on it to coat that rice, along with the veggies will help to season up that. Just some plain white rice is all you need. Matter of fact, I might have to regroup on that because, well, I think I still will, because I do have some of that, about 3 or 4 servings of my spicy rice, or maybe 2 servings. But I'm going to do a little white rice anyway to go along with this, because that spicy rice, honey, it was epic. Whew. That's one of the best ones I've made, I'm telling you, because it was a different way that I did the seasonings in there. So hope y'all picked up on that recipe. Okay, let me just see. I don't like the spear meat. Oh yeah, I can see that crust. There's a crust. Y'all know what? I'm gonna have to spear this because I want that crust. Let me get my big fork over here. Y'all see my big fork? This is a Bobby House special one. He loved to buy gadgets when he was here to buy stuff. So we're gonna just take it. Yes. Y'all see that little technique there? It helped to keep that crust intact. See, y'all see that crust? Yeah, now y'all know I want to eat every bit of that crust off of that meat. But I'm going to behave myself. I'm going to leave it on there. And that's going to make for a beautiful piece of meat once everything gets done. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to turn that back over. I'm going to be good. I'm trying to be good, y'all. But you got to leave it in there long enough to get that crispy little crunch on top. Now I gotta have one little piece so I can tell y'all what it tastes like. Mmm. That is awesome. Mmm. I want to get out and run around the corner, y'all. Mmm. That is so good. And that is the purpose of browning this piece of meat, is to get that crust on there. And then, like I said, it'll cook down into a gravy once you cook it. And that butter on it just helps. It just helps. You know, steak and butter. I mean, come on, y'all know about this. This ain't nothing new. I'm preaching to the choir here right now. So what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to throw all of my, I might as well do that while I'm talking to you. And then we'll be done with that entire process. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put, here's my big old pan, put all my veggies in there. Y'all know my folks eat a lot, and me especially with the veggies. Now, see, I can eat the veggies and I'm good to go, and I'll probably have just a little slice of meat. And for sure, I'm going to have me some, y'all know for sure I'm going to put me some white rice under all of this. So this is a good tablespoon of, yeah, that's about a good tablespoon of mixture that I've got left over. So you see what I'm doing here? And I'm just going to take my hands and just get it going in there. Get it all marinated up. I'm sorry, get it all sort of a kind of a rub. And I might hit it with a little bit more garlic powder. Just to make sure. Isn't that a pretty mixture though? Yeah. I'm going to hit it with another teaspoon, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder. That's not adding any more salt to it. Okay. This is almost ready. Then I'm going to throw these veggies in that same pan. I'm going to saute them up a little bit before I put them onto the meat. I'm telling y'all, this will be one of those meals that you will so appreciate. And because it takes 3 hours for the meat to cook, by my calculation, the prep time for this meal, it took me about 20-25 minutes to get everything together and, you know, putting everything washed and seasoned and all that. About 20 minutes, you know, I mean, and I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing. I don't have any reason to rush. So I'm taking my own precious sweet time. And so for the purpose of putting it together, the work part of this, because the 3 hours of cooking, you're not working. The only thing you got to do is remember you got in that oven. And then even at that, all you got to do is put the timer on, and in 3 hours, it's done. Just let it sit in the oven after it's cooked. You know how you have to let it sit in there and rest for a little while? Just sit it in there and let it rest. Okay? So, piece of onion skin. Y'all, I can't wait. But we'll be able to have an early dinner today. Oh, I'm excited too because I'm gonna have Mary maids in today to do some little housework for me. Now, see, for me, this time of year, this is the time of year I start gathering. It's like hunting and gathering. I start getting ready for the fall. Because, you know, you got to get all year. I start, you know, kind of dusting off my Christmas decorations. And I start cleaning the house, you know, get the windows all cleaned up before I put this. Come on! Okay, I'm going to have to stop it just for a minute, y'all. Okay. See, I tell you, God always looks out for us when we look out for others and when we do the thing that we're supposed to do as individuals in life, you know? So here's what we got. This is what's in the bottom of my pan. I'm going to leave every bit of that in there because it still has that seasoning in there. I'm going to put just a little bit of water in there what I really ought to do, I'm thinking to myself, thinking out loud now. Y'all know me, I'll switch up in a minute. I got this big old yellow pan, but that pan is, y'all, that pan weighs 20 pounds without a doubt. So I'm going to double this pan because I'm not picking up that yellow pan. I'm trying to save my back. But I'm going to use every bit of that goodie in there. I'm going to just rinse it around in there. And we're going to use that pan. As I was telling y'all, I've got Mary Mays is coming in. You know what I caught myself doing? And this is so, and I've only had, I can remember one time of having somebody in to clean my house that really just actually, and y'all hold on just a second. Y'all know I'm up here milling it stuff. Okay. Whew, y'all. Okay. Had to make sure that the thing wasn't sticking on me. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I'm famous for these little foil pans, so I'm going to double this one, and I bought the lid spoon. So I'm going to put this lid on them, and I'm going to cook it right like that. And I'm going to put a piece of foil on top of it, so I'm going to seal it in really, really good. So now I am ready now, I believe, to go ahead and get my meat out of the pan. So, you know that that roast is going to put off some of its own juices. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and put that water in. About a 3/4 cup of water is all I'm going to put it in. And I believe that'll be enough. Like that, like so. Alright, now I am ready to transfer my roast from the frying. See how you jump out the frying pan into the skillet, y'all. So I'm going to have to sear this meat. I don't want to sear meat. We'll put it right into there. And it's still sizzling, y'all. All of this goodie is going to go in there. Every bit of it. I ain't leaving nothing. Now, what I'm going to do, now that I've got my veggies all coated, I'm going to go ahead and get them. I need to let that, let's see, well, everything just go in there. I just want to seal the flavor of the veggies. Just lock those flavors in on those veggies, and those can sit there and do that for a while. Because what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to seal those flavors into those veggies, and then I'm going to let this meat go ahead and start cooking. I can have that little piece of skin. Thank y'all. Yummy. Yum, yum, yummy. All those little crispy. Okay. So now we got all this goodness going. You need to have this on medium-high heat, y'all. Make sure you stir it around in there. Like I say, you don't, no salt on this, just a little bit more, just the same seasoning. I'm not going to add any regular table salt, so to speak. So we're just going to let these sort of saute a little bit. And we just sealing in flavor, y'all. Sealing in flavor. Not really cooking, just sealing in that flavor. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and cover my meat. And I'm going to set my timer for 1 hour. 1 hour is how long I'm going to let it cook. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to take the lid off that meat and I'm going to put these veggies right in on top. Okay, as you can see, everything's ready to go into it. Okay, y'all, top rack, 350 degrees for 1 hour, and then what I'm going to do is come back and add the veggies, and my entire meal is in that one pan, except that I am going to go ahead and cook some rice to go in there. And long about 3 o'clock this afternoon, that meal is going to be ready. So we're going to use just an hour and a half salt. Doesn't really take that long for veggies to cook. Okay, y'all, so everything is on its way. Y'all hang out with me, and when I come back, I'll be ready to show y'all at the end touches on this meal. Okay? Good talking to y'all this morning. I'm going to go ahead and have me a cup of coffee, y'all. So y'all get you a cup of coffee, cup of hot tea, whatever. And we'll meet back up over here at the oven in a little bit. Y'all remember now, while you're over there having your coffee, remember to pray without ceasing. Y'all pray. Y'all know what's going on in the world today, so we just need to pray about it and keep it moving, y'all. Okay, so I will return. Okay, y'all, there it is, that beautiful, wonderful roast beef and potatoes and carrots and onions and celery. A whole meal in one pan. And of course, I'm going to do some white rice, which I've got on the back burner over there. Cook it according to the directions, and you can have you some yummy rice with this goodness sitting right on top of it, y'all. This is one meal in this big old pan. So you got your starch, you got your protein, and you got your veggies all into one pan. Now, as you notice, I didn't add any extra salt, but the complete seasoning, my masala seasoning, and let's see what else. And of course, the Worcestershire sauce did have salt in it, so that would be my salt content. I am still trying to watch my salt intake, but I'm not depriving everybody else totally. So, in moderation, and I won't eat enough of this for it to amount to anything. So, anywho, y'all, I just wanted to come and share with y'all what I'm cooking. My rice is trying to boil over. One reason is because I got the heat up too high. How about that? Let's get that off. So anyway, gotta run, y'all, and get ready to get dressed and get ready for these folks to come in here and make my day by cleaning my house, because it is. Hope you all have got that on your radar, because it's fall, y'all. We gotta do that fall cleaning just like we do the spring cleaning. So it's that time of the year. Can y'all believe? It seemed like we just got done with the summer hot weather, so now here we are getting ready to get ready for Christmas time, for the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, the big holidays. And I got an October birthday. I've got a 2 November birthdays, so I still got a lot of cooking, y'all, to do. So until I decide to cook again, y'all keep those prayers going up so the blessings will continue to come down. Please, 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 whatever you do, pray without ceasing for everyone, for the world. Pray that the will of God will overtake us and that we'll all come out together the better. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for your prayers, your gifts, everything. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, keep those prayers going up now so the blessings will continue to come down. So until I decide to cook again, love you guys. Toodaloo.